Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Bregaton. Let's continue our assault on the Absolute. Double check that I explored over there. And away we go.
Can I go?
Part of the Netherbrain. We'll need to get closer though, up through the ruins.
Let's stop and read the court register real quick. A record of the various court cases being presided over today. I think we'll put that on the backlog for now.
Learning ship. It's trying to pin us in place.
Alright, gotta watch out for these little AoE circles.
Ready.
I'm gonna take this section slow. Just in case.
Sliced and burned, dashed and diced. They will be offerings to your splendor.
That's 10,000 health. Glad I read the registry before that happened.
God! The dragons will burn them to ash!
For the fallen.
Alright, let's pull back this way. A main character can break through this, but I think the airstrike is going to take care of it for us on the next turn, so I might just pull back and take care of these guys instead.
Best be on my way.
Got to move.
Oh, let's hope my plan works, otherwise we wasted a turn. It did not, but did hit one of the enemies on the far side.
Empty the skies upon us. It doesn't matter. We have to reach the brain. By your command.
Do I have any fire arrows? I should have checked. It is vulnerable. I'm gonna try and get you here up there to lockpick it on her next turn if the main character can't reach it and take it down.
My hamster hears, and I obey.
Oh, that also works. Good job, Minsk.
Impero.
Howdy.
Blood follows me everywhere.
If they all explode on the same target, they're probably gonna die. A lot of damage. More enemies down there. We can ignore them. Yeah, I don't want to summon any allies here in case they start getting hit by that. Why would I touch that? Wonder what that does.
Understood.
You know what? Just don't have to deal with these guys. Let's go ahead and throw Roland's Firestorm over here. Is that a one-time use thing? Yeah, once in their adventure. Good spot to stand. For us, not for him. Hey, there's a display case back there. I will check that out. I do appreciate them de-incentivizing looting everything here since you don't have access to your camp.
Subjugate. Forward. It is not here that the battle will be won. Better you feed the soil.
So none of this area is safe. What is this thing? Gonna park him up here. Oops. Let's click there. Nice. Worked out exactly how I hoped. I think that's a safe spot.
Moving.
I could also be wrong. It turns into 14 fire damage. Now, if I recheck my summons, it's possible we have allies that are immune to fire damage. Yep, she got hit. Twice! There's so many overlapping circles there, I couldn't tell if that was a safe corner or not. I think most of that is safe. Have him stand right in here somewhere.
No choice but to keep going.
Was that circle there a second ago? No, they just moved. This turn just went. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss that. So again, I can't tell. I don't. No, this is not a safe spot. That should be though.
I have missed this. The adventure, the danger, the kicking of butts. A sound strategy, I'm sure.
For leaving Shadowheart behind. By a good ways. I don't know if they're gonna stop spawning in. Like we have to make the final push to the Netherbrain here. I'll take the 1 damage. Got a luck for her. I don't see a safe spot up here. I mean, maybe right. No, there's definitely a circle right there. So she might just be out of luck again.
On my way.
There's a chest back there. We defeated the last enemy, so I'm wondering if we can safely explore this area. They just keep throwing enemies at us, it looks like. I think we just have to keep pushing through. Fair enough. Targets. So now we can probably backtrack.
You are persistent. You have function. Leave them. Join us. Witness the flesh. Witness the grand design.
How about no? Alright, let's get back through here and loot some stuff. Those will come in handy.
Moves have seen everything.
Not gonna worry about the bodies or anything. Just the... Actually, let's go ahead and equip this. And try it, just in case. Oh, we can't use that while we're in this fort. Okay, once we activate that, restoration pod. Get that health back anyway. Might go ahead and throw all of our buffs on us as well while we're here. I think we need... Yeah, we have aid. We don't have Hero's Feast up. Kinda lame that we're not immune to ground-based effects while we're levitating. Really think we should be. Alright, we'll head back this way. There's a display case that I saw. Now's not the time for writing our memoirs. Okay. They're also keeping the loot to a minimum, it seems. So even if you had a way to store it, it wouldn't really matter because it's all junk. So this doesn't require concentration. No reason not to just go and put this on everybody. And Death Ward as well. Alright, that should be all we need. That's a quick save. And up we go. Are you ready to face the Netherbrain? I mean, there's nothing else to do, so yeah. Out of boredom. We can fly. That dragon looks mind controlled.
There it is, the crown of Karsus, the site of power, the site of domination.
There! Let us try the stones on the tyrant's tiara!
That's the person from my dreams.
I know you. I know everything about you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your weaknesses. And so do they.
Where's the crown?
Okay, so the guardian that we make for ourselves is the Emperor. And these are the guardians that our companions would see. Now we should have an extra one because Jaheira doesn't have a tadpole and never dealt with the guardian. I don't think Minsk has either, right? Yeah, we're gonna call our allies out. Why not? Let's go ahead and have our Harper summon the Harpers. Alright, get in there, boo. That's hitting too far ahead, though. Alright, to the fray, Scratch. Only 5 health. We didn't get our buffs out. My bad. Alright, who else? Who's the most thematic for Shadowheart? Oh, Dame Aelin. Absolutely. He was a major player in her... Oh, we control her too. Okay, cool. The flight, a lunar blessing. Surround yourself in a pillar of Slune's light, inflicting moonbeam on nearby foes. Abjure enemy. Main hand attack, cleave, lacerate, pommel strike. Lunar flare. Fire a mote of moonlight that spills roiling holy fire in a 7-foot radius where it impacts. Alright. And, Lunar Smite. Yeah. Or not. There we go.
Ready.
Buff everybody up and into the fray. So what's going on with the Emperor here? He has astral gravity. Gravity on the astral plane is different than on Faerun, but we're not there, so I don't know why he has this. The affected entity is immune to falling damage, and its jump distance is tripled. Volatile shield. Affected entity has been granted temporary hit points by an illithid. If these are removed by incoming damage, the shield bursts, possibly stunning nearby foes. Imperial Retaliation. When the wielder succeeds a saving throw, the foe that caused the throw needs to make an intelligence saving throw or be stunned for 1 turn. A little unfortunate because we don't have very high intelligence in the party. We'll make it work. Alright. Let's just float down here. Must took him out 1 turn. By 4 turns to a Nautiloid appears. I did not see that countdown. That's force damage. Yeah, nobody in our party has resistance to force damage, I don't think. Maybe my Mind Flayer?
Witness perfection. Yield to it.
I lost one archer. Sorry, this should be the final fight, so I'm not too worried about it.
Desist. Submit. Die.
Alright, what to do here? Take care of that so he's not being grappled. Nice. That's a good hit. Not a big fan of that.
Enough circling.
Subjugate.
No butt is safe from you.
Oh, that's not good. Come on. Go up here instead.
Execute.
I'm gonna send her back here after the Illithids as well. Alright, what can I do here?
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Now we're down to one Mind Flayer.
Oh, my auras all got disabled. I guess when I got grappled? I need to remember to call forth more allies. I took out a tentacle. Good job, guys.
It's Alibi.
Yeah, we should be summoning allies on the Illithids in the back, I think. Probably not around the dragon because they won't last very long. Probably use that healing ability that we got too. Well, they put up a fight. We'll say that it was a good one.
Don't forget, it is the brain spot we must kick, my friend. Get to the crown and cast the spell.
Oh, too far away. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Need to stay focused.
Alright, so let's take a look at this ability again. So, channel the stone's magic to control the crown of Karsus and dominate the Netherbrain. So, should I do that first? Will that end the fight? Because I want to kill the dragon first. Those darn tentacles, man. Survive this turn, we'll be in pretty good shape. The main character is in range of the heal ability that we have unlocked. Alright, she's down, but we can fix that, I think. Take out two of these illithids. It's gonna do us a huge favor. Alright, so let's go ahead and use this. Still just out of range. Alright, I'll take the attack of opportunity. Oh, she died.
Reunite!
Can we fight now? It's not used to taking the turns.
It's these guys in the back that draw the damage to us with the darn. Force damage from magic missiles. He should probably be immune to fire damage, right? rid of these tentacles so my main character can get up here and try and dominate the brain before things get too out of control. He actually had another use of that, I think. My bad. Alright, where are all my scrolls of Revivify? Now I've got some on hand.
A little help, please.
Time to press ahead.
Again, I don't know if the Nautiloid showing up is a game over scenario. But we're about to find out. Damn, Aylin's down. I assume she's not dead permanently, so she can't die permanently. All the other Gather Ally summons are... they're named, but they're random. So if they die, it won't impact any sort of dialogue we might have later. I don't actually know if we have to be right beside it or not to use this ability. Oh, I didn't see all these mind flayers floating around.
Even a dull blow will break your bones. Someone hold Boo. He does not enjoy the bumpings to come.
A 9% chance. Cure wounds and drink a big old potion. Yeah, she did just come right back to life. That's pretty awesome.
One day I'll catch a break.
Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. We won't be able to defeat the dragon. I could cancel it. But we also know that I could defeat the dragon if I wanted to. We're not really in dire straits here. Also, oh, if Orpheus dies, I wonder if it's game over.
This is it! Hold them back until this spell is done!
Geronimo! Alright, let's look for some good arrows here. Is that aberration? Didn't we see arrows of dragon slaying at some point?
To glory, or glorious death!
Come on, jump! Almost reach. But not quite. A little odd that I can't attack him here. Oh no, I goofed up. Misclicked, he was hovering over his body. He gave sanctuary to the dragon. What are the odds? That buffs him up a bit, and if we throw out an AoE spell, but he's immune to fire damage, so that's not going to matter. Oh, we get these guys back. That would have been nice to know.
A sudden shift. The brain is weakening, its grasp of itself slipping. This is your chance.
Will not submit!
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
Feeble resistance. Absolute freedom!
This is it. Its will is weakening.
Why are these highlighted? I assume they're gonna start falling away, right? Do I need to move again, or? Not sure how that's gonna play out. But hey, we can still defeat the dragon. We've got time. I think. It keeps jumping back and forth. Alright, the dragon should attack us, which will cancel the sanctuary. I wish that it would stop jumping back and forth like that. There's a lot of stuff going on. We can't watch most of it because the camera keeps jumping around.
There's our chance. Go inside its mind.
Already on top of it. Let's keep Orpheus alive. Little force damage. Trying to sanctuary himself, so let's do that. Let's get him somewhere safe. I do want to summon my owlbear and see how he fares in battle.
Show them your power!
105 health. Let's see, what does he got? Damage Special Brew. Damage Concoction enrages the owlbear. Induced Rage. Mix of chemicals has thrown the owlbear into a fit of rage. It is stronger, it jumps further, it gains a multi-attack, and can rupture the earth. I will flee for 2 turns when badly hurt. Fair enough.
Fall by my hand.
those are falling away. Is there a way to tell which parts are falling away? Throw all my allies out here. No reason not to. I think we've got time. I should have drank his other potion. Oh, I wouldn't stand right there, buddy. Follow him up with that. Oh, that's awesome.
Have to keep going.
Doing good. Got some allies in here. What about that? Bring the Hell Riders in.
Stand ready to arms.
Oh, Zebulor's actually here too, so I guess he could die. The Chains of Karsus. The Netherbrain is too powerful for even a momentary god's magic. Karsus' compulsion could not dominate it completely. The spells instead bound the brain's will in place temporarily. To complete the domination, you must strike it down. The strength is reduced by ability drain. Psionic Retribution. The Netherbrain permits no interference. As a reaction to taking damage, it releases brain quakes. Alright, so I didn't get to defeat the dragon. We were going to. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Impossible. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
The bleating of a predator turns suddenly prey. Do not listen!
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
Order it to die! Do it now before it's too late!
Command the brain to destroy the tadpoles, and then itself.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Well, this is a bigger mess than any we made in the old days. My congratulations.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We've won. But at what cost? The mangled rhymes the bards will make of your name. Perhaps those are the true evil here.
And the worm squirms no more. Bull need not worry that his seat on my skull will grow suddenly stickier with Mind Flayer juice. Forgive Minsk. It has been said that his mouth sometimes frolics in fields far ahead of his mind.
I did what was necessary.
I will ensure that all Githyanki know your name and your sacrifice. What you have done today will start a fire that rages across the astral plane. With their lost prince returned, my people will burn away Vlaakith's corruption. And it is all thanks to you. The Illithid who defied a Netherbrain.
I couldn't have done it alone. Remember my friends when you remember me.
As you wish, my savior.
It looks like Vlaakith's in for a world of hurt.
My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. Kulas! Farewell, Gestil, my liberator.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. You are a mind flayer, the very thing you sought to eradicate. Whatever self you possess is quickly ebbing away. Your friends and enemies alike are ripe for manipulation. And if not manipulation, then consumption. Soon you will not be able to trust yourself at all. You will be a monstrosity beyond redemption. Or not. Perhaps you're unique among Illithid kind. Perhaps you will retain enough of who you are to resist your nature. A rogue mind flayer. Like the Emperor, the risk is certainly yours to take. Will you?
Few options here. So I figured option 5 would arise at some point. But maybe put myself in prison because I I have information, right? Because we've done this before. I could put myself in isolation until I'm needed again. Yeah, there should be no Mind Flayer roaming freely. Not even you. Put yourself in prison.
As long as you're not expecting anyone to follow you, I wish you all the best. Yeah. Though I have a feeling you'll be just fine.
It will not be without sadness that you depart your friends, but at least they will be safe. Perhaps there will be rats or other thoughtful vermin that you might sustain yourself on. Or if you're lucky, a cellmate.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You're spectacular in every way.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. That's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlach, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
This is a good idea. Exile myself to Avernus and continue to fight evil as a Mind Flayer. And I should be out of range of any Elder Brains that would potentially subjugate me. Yeah, I think Will wants to go anyway, so... That also gives... If we bring Will with us, that's 2 of them in case I do try to kill them. They can put me down. Enough, Karlach. The 3 of us will make a new life in Avernus. Together.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with people who love you. Azariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlach.
All right. All right. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
Thank the gods you've seen sense. Come. To Avernus we go. Our next adventure awaits.
Well, it's a bit of a cop-out, though. I didn't like it, but...
It's over. And it's all because of you.
But it's nice when the narrative sometimes takes control out of the player's
destined
hands.
to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you lot. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
I thought I was going to throw us into combat there for a second. Like the Lone Wolf mission from Halo Reach.
Thou remainest in thy chains, a
Oh
hero,
no.
sacrificed. I told thee once that an illithid hath no soul, and yet something glimmerest about thee. Something is not lost. Dost thou feel it? The spark of the divine within thee? Or does thy hunger consume thee?
Yeah, does it matter? This is my life now.
Thy life? Yes. Yet the threads of fate hath not been woven into their final tapestry. Nor has the ink on the parchment of thy tale yet dried. Till next we meet, remember, thou gave all thou wert to save lives, to reclaim the world from a fate most dire. Well done.
Well, we did it. Now, I know there's an epilogue. I don't know if the decisions I made will lock us out of it, since I locked myself in prison, but also went to Avernus. I'm not sure how how that worked. But I'm gonna let the credits roll. That's gonna give my thoughts on the game. The epilogue probably won't change how I feel about it. But it also might. I really enjoyed the game, obviously. It's a fantastic game. I still don't believe it should have been called Baldur's Gate 3. It's a very minor nitpick, being a little pedantic about it, but it's not a continuation of the Ballspawn saga directly, because you're not playing as Garion's ward. You're playing as a different character. So I think it should have been called Baldur's Gate with a different subtitle. Not a big deal. I do think it was a good follow-up to the Baldur's Gate games. Obviously, it's a different style of game. Which isn't bad. I mean, games need to continue to innovate and push forward, otherwise they'll stagnate. So I do think it was a good successor to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Throne of Ball. There's some nice little callbacks and things like that. I'm glad they included some of the original companions. Jaheira and Minsk were awesome additions. There are a couple more companions they could have brought back too, at least in passing. Any of the Elven companions would still be alive, and a couple of the other ones. I'm sure Edwin found a way to extend his life as well. And there were a couple of druids that could have extended their lives, like Cern. Once again, though, I am disappointed there wasn't more two-handed Maul representation. There were a couple, but no legendary Mauls, at least none that I found. It's possible that I missed something. But I felt like I was pretty thorough. Again, voice acting, music, all of it was top-notch. Some of the battles, super fun. I do think I did myself a disservice by playing on balanced. It was a little too easy. There were a couple fights that proved a little bit more of a challenge, but after a certain point, it was just... we steamrolled everything. So I would like to play it on a higher difficulty at some point and give myself a proper challenge. I liked a lot of the dialogue options. They had class-specific dialogue options. I wouldn't have minded having different origin choices because they forced you into being a Baldurian. And if you come into the game and don't know anything about Baldur's Gate, or being a Baldurian, it would feel out of place to take those dialogue options. The companions were top-notch as well. Some of the ones I didn't like grew on me, like Lae'zel and Astarion at first. Unfortunately, we didn't save Lae'zel, but that's okay. I think I mentioned it just a couple minutes ago. I don't mind when the game takes narrative control away from the player. I know some people can't stand it, but with Lae'zel dying, which we had a chance to save her, we just failed, and like Karlach not being able to actually fix her, it's a bold move by developers and writers, but it adds to the story. The player can't control everything, and so I like when the game takes the autonomy away from the player, because normally a lot of games will give the player control over everything. Like, their choices will determine everybody gets a happy ending, and I don't think that always fits. Story sometimes requires sacrifice. So, I was happy about that. Maybe not like happy about it, but I thought it was a good narrative choice. I do think the Avernus option was a bit of a cop-out because she was so adamant about not going to Avernus, and then it's like, oh hey, we can do that. I thought that was a good option for my main character too, as a form of self-exile while he was a Mind Flayer. Because the game seemed to insinuate you're losing control of yourself, so obviously my character would stick around to see how that played out. It's a really, again, like, Withers being Jurgle was a nice touch as well. Having a god in your party the entire time. There's a lot to say. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. I'm sure I won't be able to touch on everything that I want to. I rarely do at the end of these game summaries. Jason Isaacs. Oh yeah, defeating Gortash when we did was a little frustrating. Because the guards wouldn't stop being temporarily hostile. They were permanently hostile, temporarily. And so we had to defeat Gortash when we did, which threw a wrench in the plans. In fact, a lot of wrenches got thrown in our plans towards the end there. Lae'zel died, I broke my oath and became a Mind Flayer. Which is hilarious because I was avoiding using tadpoles this entire time. And then I became a Mind Flayer anyway. And I managed to not break my oath until the very end, killing murder cultists. Who'd have thunk it, right? And poor Lae'zel, we forgot about her, and she was laying on that altar for, I don't know, 50 episodes or so. Only get stabbed in the eyes. But yeah, once again, I think more weapon representation would be good. More hammers are always welcome. I wouldn't mind having like one of each legendary, like one of every weapon archetype represented. Which I guess you could argue that two-handed mauls are represented through the greatsword, but I disagree. Swords are always the best weapon in games. We need more hammer representation. The armor itself looked pretty cool. Some of it was a little too edgy for my liking, but the armor that I ended the game with was definitely my favorite, because it looked like regular armor. It didn't have all these spikes and motifs on it. Being able to die and stuff was a nice touch. I also appreciate that you can respec your companions from level 1. So if you make a narrative choice like I did with Will, and turn him into a Paladin of Vengeance, because he's forsaking his, or trying to get rid of his patron. Which really I think you should be able to do anyway. I think instead of having that stipulation, oh, until you defeat the Elderbrain, you're stuck with the powers and with Mizora, I think you should be able to just stop him from being a warlock altogether. Be a nice little narrative decision as well. But it showed character growth, changing him to a paladin, as he goes from having to rely from outside power with Mizora and making a deal with the devil, to finding his own power, which is paladin's whole thing, right? That's their whole shtick, is using their internal willpower and committing to an oath, and that's where they get their power from. Which is one of my favorite changes in D&D 5e. I never liked having to subscribe to a deity, because usually I play characters that are, you know, screw the gods, and so being tied to one makes it a little hard to be like that. But getting power from an oath, I think, it gives you a lot more roleplay options. Unless, of course, you want to kill murder cultists, in which case you'll lose your oath. That's fine, I got to take the Oathbreaker Paladin out for a spin. Yeah, I'm guessing we're still going to have the epilogue, because otherwise, even if we imprisoned ourselves, I feel like Shadowheart would come in to visit us, as would our friends. I guess it comes after the credits, because the epilogue was added after the game came out. I don't know if there's a way to speed these up or not. I guess we can go and skip it.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools. Everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals. I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Smack talk from Withers. Oh, I guess I don't get to see the epilogue because of my voices. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm gonna live with the consequences of my decisions because it made the most sense for my character. Unless, of course, you can't do the epilogue until you start a new game. I don't know. Either way, I do plan on playing through the game a couple more times, so we'll figure it out then. But for now, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Let's Play. I know I sure did. And thank you for joining me on yet another adventure. And I'll see you guys in the next one.